Chocolate is one of the most popular sweet treats of the world. According to the World Cocoa Foundation, people consume more than 3 million tons of cocoa beans a year.
Chocolate is, for most people, I think, very emotional. It's a visceral experience. People really have a connection to it. I mean, it touches all the senses. I mean, you've got smell, taste, touch. Everyone has a memory.
Whether it's their own nostalgic memories from, say, their first experience with chocolate, could be, some sort of chocolate-based treat they'd have after school, grandma made or mom made or steal from a neighbor. And so with that, people enjoy sharing it. There's just a lot of community building around the chocolate experience.
Regardless of being delicious, chocolate boosts immune systems and cardiovascular health. First enjoyed by the Mayans as a celebratory and traditional treat, chocolate has now been popularized to perform much of the same purpose.
Chocolate is, obviously, it's a nutritious product. It is something that, from an emotional standpoint, it brings happiness. People engage in it. There is, some evidence to show that it's got some benefits with regard to cholesterol, particularly the darker stuff. I'm not a medical professional. I mean, to me, everything in moderation is a good approach.
Chocolate actually does make people happy. The same chemical release you get in your brain when you are in love is the one you experience when you eat chocolate.
When it comes to sourcing chocolate, it's actually the cocoa that's being sourced. Cocoa grows in and along the equator, and that's kind of the sweet spot. It has the ideal temperatures, humidity levels, rainfall. The soil there is nutrient. It's typically harvested by hand. Farmers are chopping down cocoa pods with machetes. They're breaking them open, and within the cocoa pods you'll have cocoa beans. Once the beans are dried, then they're kind of inspected by hand, so if anything's flat, kind of a broken bean, or if there's any that have some residual mold or anything, those are removed. So it's kind of a quality control check by the farmers. Once that check is complete, they'll pack them up in big burlap sacks and get them shipped to chocolate makers around the world. So it's a lot more complex than people think.
Originally, chocolate was used in the form of a drink. It would be one that was filled with spices and other things, and if you were to drink this, that it would make you very powerful.
The history of chocolate and cocoa, I'm gonna kind of mix the two together. It dates as far back to 1900 BC in the ancient Olmecs back in Mesoamerica.
There's the lore of Montezuma. It made him a very powerful lover. He was also a very, powerful warrior.
The Aztecs would actually use it as currency in certain cases, and it would be almost like gold, worth way more than what we would, have any perception of that to be like. But it is said that Spain saw cocoa for the first time in mid-1500s or so. That was primarily getting used for drinking, and it wasn't until the mid-1800s that the first chocolate bar that we're familiar with was actually created. It's got a tremendously rich history.
For one, every time I think I know a lot about chocolate, I learn there's so much more to learn.
Chocolate is passed from very skilled hands throughout history and is still being harvested, crafted, and honed today. Worldwide Chocolate is a distributor of premium chocolate. Priding itself in offering the most exceptional chocolate products, Worldwide Chocolate is dedicated to distributing the best the chocolate world has to offer.
The company was established in 2004. I bought in 2016, so I inherited a variety of relationships from existing chocolatiers and companies from around the world. As we have enjoyed success and continued to grow, and as we've established our platform within the industry, a lot of folks come to us, so we do have to be selective in terms of the folks with whom we engage and the number of products that we can bring on at any given time. We're good at representing a story. Cocoa beans come from a variety of regions, so we want companies that are ethically sourcing that product, that do a good job in presentation, in terms of obviously its flavor. We have a very high-end clientele that understand cocoa and chocolate and its various uses. We do a rather vigorous tasting selection.
One of the best parts of the job is the quality control aspect, or R&D, research and development, because we got to make sure everything we bring in tastes all right.
Worldwide Chocolate strives to offer exceptional products globally. Understanding the vast world of chocolate, WWC ensures that its products are premium by maintaining partnerships with the most renowned chefs and manufacturers around the world.
We are passionate about the product. It's fun. For the most part, you're dealing with people who love chocolate. We sell chocolate. We're providing a service, providing something they need, and we have the ability to engage with them, particularly when you start to get into some of the more premium chocolates, and then represent the product as well as we can, with our ability to promote the product, which we have tremendous success with.
We also have, which you don't quite see as much of, a handful of made-at-the-source brands. So some manufacturers in Madagascar, Ecuador, Ghana are actually farming, sourcing, processing, and finishing the chocolate products in the country that the cocoa beans originated in. A lot of the times they don't know that cocoa can only grow in and around the equator, so they're thinking, French chocolate's the best, but it's actually Bolivian cocoa in this chocolate bar that's your favorite.
Manufacturers build relationships with distributors because they're trusted partners to get the product out into the marketplace to those chefs, confectioners, bakers, ice cream makers, etc. Each one is helping to build the other's brand in terms of the quality, the dependability, and the experience of the finished product.
We've been fortunate to enjoy growth, and through that growth we've been able to expand into the more traditional business-to-business and wholesale market. So we are expanding our footprint significantly more aggressively with larger users of chocolate.
I have many customers that come to me that want that direct relationship with Guittard. While they may be really too small to buy from us directly, by partnering with Worldwide Chocolate, then I have the confidence of knowing that I can continue to support them through Worldwide Chocolate.
To find out more, visit www.worldwidechocolate.com.